Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, everyone. It's your boys, Lanny and Bert, the Dividend Diplomats. Guys, today we are going to talk to all of you about our dividend stock purchases. Yes, this is going to be our third dividend stock purchases video in June because we're buying dividend stocks. We're growing our passive income. We are trying to reach financial freedom. So buckle up, see our purchases, and let's see, did we cross $2,500 this week? Let's find out.
Well, guys, before we do, smash that subscribe button. Give us a nice thumbs up here on this YouTube channel, guys. Whatever the stock market is doing, it might be surging, but we are A, B, B. We're always be buying. We are adding to that passive income total. We did not disappoint again this past week. Bert dominated. He added a ton of dividend stocks. He hit maybe a certain industry or sector pretty hard this week, especially after some major news at the end of June 30th to close out that quarter end.
That's right. So let's start off with the basics. Let's start off with our first set of purchases. Lanny, I'll kick this one off this week if that's cool with you.
Hit them hard, man. Hit them hard.
All right. So I broke my purchases into 3 different chunks this week. So let's go with that first chunk. It's our regular Monday purchases. We've been buying 2 shares of SCHD for my wife. This week we grabbed 2 shares at 70.71. So we put in $141.42 to this position, adding $5.28 of dividend income. The yield was at 3.73%. I've been pumped up that we are growing that SCHD position for her at about $70 per share. It's a great entry point. We're going to keep building it to at least 100 per share, but we might as well just keep going, keep the ball moving on this, keep going. Then we look over to my portfolio. My Monday purchase, I also try to put in about $150-ish on Monday. What did I do this week? Leggett and Plot, 6 shares of Leggett and Plot. I'm now over 200 combined shares for Leggett and Plot, really adding a ton to this position, especially while the stock is below $30 per share. We grabbed 6 shares at $29.01, adding $174.06. The income, $11.04. With the price falling below 30, Leggett and Plot's yield is now well over 6%. We grabbed them at the time at 6.34%.
We're buying that dividend king of Leggett and Plot. Who would have thought? I mean, just keep stacking right now. Hey, they increased their dividend earlier this year, way above expectations. We'll see if they're able to continue to pay and raise that dividend, Bert. But congrats, man. You added a ton of income right there, over 16 bucks between SCHD. I know dividend investors out there love that ETF, guys, but let's throw it back to me, brother. We're going into my Vanguard trifecta. You betcha. I know you're all about the SCHD, guys, but I'm all about the VYM. My wife and I continue to buy VYM this week. I put $450. She bought 2 shares at $103.55. I grabbed my 387 shares at an average price of $103.83. We added over $21 at a yield of about 3.24% this week. And then it didn't stop there. I continued my $40 a day in the Vanguard's Dividend Appreciation ETF. Holler at your boy because they also raised their second quarter dividend versus last year over 11%. And then I was doing $60 a day in a VOO. So in total right there was $500, added 1.25 shares of VIG and 0.75 shares of VOO, added about $7, $8 respectively in forward income there.
Beautiful. The trifecta, you betcha, kicks it once again, and everybody is a preview. Bookmark for Tuesday here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're going to give an in-depth look at some of those Vanguard dividend growth and what happened over Q2. It'll be a big video. We're pumped up to talk about some of those, so stay tuned. That one's coming where we can really see the power of investing in this trifecta. You betcha for Vanguard and what it's going to do for Lanny's dividend income.
Man, yeah. I'll tell you what, guys, Bert, it's time for you to hit it hard now with this next round of purchases you've had.
All right. These were 2 stocks that were added in here. We've been adding to Tyson, ticker symbol TSN. I famously, and I'll say that with quotes, have been saying I wanted to get them to 100 shares. I did that 2 weeks ago, but you know what? I still added more to Tyson because that's what the market was telling me, especially if the market kept increasing in the rest of my other portfolio. 2 shares of Tyson added. So now we have 102 at $50.36. It's just $100.72, but income added $3.84. The yield on Tyson was 3.81%. again, we'll continue to keep looking and keep nibbling on those chicken wings at around $50 per share here for Tyson. The other one, Realty Income, ticker symbol O. That was Saturday's video. We talked about Realty Income. Below 60 is the price point where I like to, well, I'll start nibbling. So you know what? Logged into my brokerage on Friday. Realty Income was at 59.39. So I grabbed 2 shares. It was below 60 cents. Small purchase, small pickup, $118.78. It's in my Roth though. So all the other purchases have been in my traditional account. This one was in my Roth. That's where I like to hold my REITs. So we kept building that Realty Income position. We added $6.13 forward income from those 2 shares and a yield of 5.16%. So those were the tranche 2 purchases that I have here.
Real solid, man. Picking up a nice dividend monthly aristocrat. No brainer there. Guys, to round off just my purchases, bought another 5 shares of Pfizer. I know after a couple trials went, sideways for Pfizer, their stock price plummeted. So I grabbed 5 shares of 36.47, added $182.35 of capital to my Pfizer position. Closed it in on actually 200 shares of the heavy pharmaceutical. Added $8.20 at a solid flat yield of 4.50%. And then with the news of Walgreens, no, I wasn't buying Walgreens stock, but with the news of Walgreens, with the closures and poor performance, lower guidance, et cetera, I bought 1 share of CVS at $67.91, 3.56% yield at a $2.42 to the forward income.
Beautiful. That yield of CVS is insane at 3.56 right now. So nice job adding a share there, Lanny. That's beautiful. So we'll end it here. We'll have my last tranche of purchases. This is industry specific, so I wanted to save it for last. Banks, just more banks. That's just what I grabbed here on Friday, June 30th. I actually bought them in two different times of it. I was looking Friday morning on the 30th of what was happening in the sector, and I saw a few positions I just wanted to nibble on for myself. LCMB was one of them. That was the first one I bought during the day. It's a small community bank just outside of Columbus, Ohio. Own the position. The stock is down. It's got a really nice yield. The yield was well over 5.5%. So I just said, F it, guys. I want to build my position here. 10 shares at $14.78. So I put in $147.80. Income added was $8.40 right there. That was just my Friday morning purchase. Then towards the end of the day, I don't know why I didn't catch wind of this sooner, but I realized that the top 20 banks were getting ready to release all their stress test results from here. They ran their semi-annual stress test, how are they going to perform? And I don't know why, but I just had a hunch. Let me just buy some more banks in there. Let me buy some more bank stocks, especially some of the big ones that are in my portfolio. So I feel like some of them are going to have some good news. So I figured I'd sprinkle some money on some of the ones I already own. The first one was Huntington, ticker symbol HBAN, added 10 shares at $10.80. So it was just $108 there. Income added $6.20. Their yield is almost at 6% too. So I threw some in the other Columbus massive bank there. So I really hit Columbus hard this month. So that's the good news. That's the capital of Ohio, OHIO. Throw some money there, show some love for the Buckeye State. Then the other one though, Citibank, ticker symbol C. I actually added 3 shares on Wednesday, the 28th, for my wife. But then I also on Friday came back and added 2 more shares right around $46. So Wednesday was 46.13, Friday was 46.09. So in total, we added those 5 shares. And with that, we added over $10.60 in total dividend income. So their yield was 4.6%. Then after the market closed, I got hit with some awesome news about Citibank. After 3 years of not doing anything, they announced a dividend increase of about 4%. So Citibank and many of the other banks had positive news in the stress test and started releasing capital back. Haven't heard news on Huntington yet, so I'm going to hang tight there. Probably not going to increase that dividend, but for Citi and so many others, it's a good sign that they are starting to release dividends, because that means capital is there in the banking sector. And that is the good news I was hoping to see when I decided to start buying and loading up a little bit here on Friday.
Big banks doing big things. Let us know what bank stocks you were buying up until this point, and are you still buying heading into July? Well, guys, just to recap here, we invested into VYM, VIG, VOO, Pfizer, PFE, CVS, added $1,407 in capital, added just over $40 in forward dividend income at a yield of only 2.84%, obviously heavily dominated by the VOO and VIG ETF purchases. Bert, what did you do?
SCHD, Leg, Tyson, Realty Income, LCMB, Citibank, and Huntington Bank. I almost forgot about Huntington, but I came back to them. In total, we had $1,021.35 and added $51.49 of dividend income at a yield of 5.04%. But of course, it's easy to hit a yield like that when you put a lot in high yielding banks right now.
Yeah, wild. Yeah, your lowest yield purchase was SCHD at 373.
Yeah, that is insane there. So everybody in total, your boys did not hit $2,500 this week. We had $2,428.71 invested, but the income was solid, $91.52, so almost at $100 there. The question is though, what stocks did you buy this week? Tell us how much income you added to your portfolio right down there. And if you haven't already, what do they need to do, Lanny?
Oh, well, before that, you're either with us and you are against us, but subscribe to this channel, like this video.
Oh.
That was Bert the Hurt and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats, over and out.